All right, the video that shows the beheading of American journalist James Foley by ISIS militants has not only sparked outrage, it has many wondering whether images like these should be restricted online. One side of the debate, people believe the images give unwarranted publicity to terrorists. They're using the hashtag #IsisMediaBlackout, urging the online community not to spread the images. But the other side feels that restricting the distribution of the images is censorship, and the video is proof of ISIS's barbaric tactics. Twitter has taken a stand, suspending anyone who posts images of the execution. Vimeo is also taking steps to remove the video from their site and terminate accounts that uploaded it. But the New York Post is being criticized for their graphic cover photo showing Foley being attacked. People are calling the decision to publish the photo disrespectful and disgraceful. We want you to join in on the conversation, of course. Should these types of over-the-top violent images and videos be restricted online? Give us a call, and we may take them live on the air this afternoon. Call us at 1-877-TEL-HLN. You can also tweet us or send us a comment on Facebook. Joining me now is psychologist Dr. Eric Fisher. Dr. Fisher, thank you so much for joining us. Now, before we take our first call, I want to quickly ask you, why is it that people feel the need to see these images?
Well, I think there's a general curiosity that people have, is the same as people who drive past car accidents and feel like some have to go out and look at them, or, you know, we have to understand that we want to understand and we want to know things, but also emotionally, there's in some ways it feeds some people to be able to see those things. And I think there's an idea of if we're excluded from knowing something or seeing something, then somehow we're missing out on something.
All right, I want to take our first caller. I guess it's Steve in Hawaii. Steve, you there?
Yes.
Hi, Steve. Thanks so much for joining in. So what is it? What do you think? Should we be showing these images, these graphic images?
I think we should be showing them. I think that they should be on forums, or they should be made accessible only to adults that have been screened for their age, and but the content online should be made available. I think the images being broadcast in a very public, very hyper accessible, forum like television, things like that. I'm a little bit concerned about that because parents should always be able to screen what their kids see. They should be able to explain that to their children. But if someone wants to go to a library, get on the internet and look at this stuff, I think it's important for us. Our culture's getting eclipsed by other cultures as far as access to information like that.
Well, Steve, real quick, why is it that you think we need to be seeing these besides the censorship issue?
I think basically people need verification. They need to see it personally, just like what the doctor was saying. I think, look, all we have to do is look at what's going on down in Ferguson, and that lets you know people are emotionally tied, and when they feel information is being withheld, they have an emotional response. Nothing can say it better than what's going on domestically down there right now.
Yeah, really important point, Steve. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate your opinions, of course. All right, up next, we're going to go to Roger in Illinois. Roger, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So what do you think? Should we be seeing these graphic images?
I agree with Steve. I think they should be properly screened before you put them on TV. I also think that you should provide a warning of graphic images and maybe audio that children might hear or see, or if an adult can't handle this kind of stuff, get out of the room or change the channel. But overall, I think every American, I think everybody on this planet needs to see these videos to show just how barbaric these ISIS people are.
Right. All right. Roger, thanks so much for calling in. We appreciate your opinion. Dr. Fisher, I have a question. So it's interesting because a lot of people are saying, well, we need to see these images, right? But then there's the other side of the issue where people say we shouldn't because we're only promoting what it is that ISIS is doing.
Right. I see two sides. So I see one thing is, we live in a culture that's free, and we have the freedom to do and see as we want. However, my concern is the language that our culture is learning of aggression, violence, and hatred, that I think in some ways, it's good to know what's happening in other parts of the world. That can be done through a description, and people can kind of imagine what happens when somebody's beheaded. As we see these, I think it's possible to become more desensitized to these barbaric acts that we see as barbaric, but the more we see it, it all unconsciously, I think it sends it, we absorb the message that, oh, well, these things happen. And this should never be something that's okay, never be something that we accept. And I understand the emotional side of it, and sometimes seeing those either evokes hatred, which protects fear and terror, which the terrorists want us to feel, and it also evokes our reaction, which is from a place of emotion, rather than being able to work at the process of knowing these people in the ISIS organization have learned through wherever acts they did and through whatever teaching how to hate and how to hate other people and how to exact it through very aggressive means. We have to work on educating not only those, cultures who want to aggress towards us, but also our own culture and how to understand how to work towards peace rather than towards aggression to get our means that we wish to have.
All right, Dr. Fisher, let's take this other call. Deanne in Texas. Hi, Deanne. Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome, and thank you for letting me call in.
Of course. So what is it? Do you think that we should be seeing these graphic images?
No, I don't.
And why is that?
What, you want to know why?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think the reason is because that's just what they want us to do. The people that are doing it, that are sawing people's head off, that's literally what they're doing. They're sawing their head off. It is an evil thing, and they want.
All right, Deanne, I'm sorry.
do
Deanne, I'm so sorry to cut you off. Thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate it. Dr. Fisher, thank you so much for joining us. Such good insight into a very important matter that plagues us every single day. All right, coming up.